Hello, I'm Marie McErlane. This is the delectable James Martin, and this is Food for Lovers. Now, we're here to show you that sometimes cooking can be a loving experience, can't it, James?
Exactly.
Especially when I'm here with you.
Of course, yeah. Me, you and a broomstick.
And we're going to show you that with the help of today's guest, who is the gorgeous blonde bombshell that is Gabrielle Glaister. Gabby!
I've had a bit of red put in my hair, actually, so it's sort of
red. Blonde
Red.
and red.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Now, what are you going to cook for the gorgeous blonde and red bombshell?
Well, I've got a selection of seafood here. I've got some lobster, squid, mussels, salmon, a little bit of swordfish. We're going to do a classic dish called seafood nage.
Seafood nage? What does nage mean?
It's cooked, it means cooked in like a bath. But it means...
Cooked in a bath?
Technically translated, but it's cooked in stock.
Right.
Yeah, nage means swimming pool sort of thing.
Can I have a look at that lobster, please?
You sure can.
In all its glory?
Larry's dead, so don't worry about that.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
How long has he been dead?
Because if he was alive, he would be blue. And once it's cooked, he's gone red.
Oh, so he's already been sort of boiled?
Yeah. No, lobsters, when they're alive, they're bluish in colour. And then when you cook them, they turn red.
I wanted to hear that screamy thing that
Thank
they do.
you. No, sorry, you don't get that today. And then we're going to do a selection of vegetables with that. And then do sort of a rich cream and butter sauce to go with it. So it's just a mixture. It's a classic dish. Everything thrown in the pot. You prepare everything, throw it all in, and then using my broom handle to prepare the squid. It'll all become clear later on.
Broom handle to prepare the squid?
Yeah.
Doesn't bear thinking about.
We'll see.
Now, I think the cocktail that I'm making, Gabrielle, is called Dickie's Rum Punch.
Dickie's Rum Punch.
I believe.
Rum punch it is.
I've
got everything ready for you here.
You have, I know.
So you got 3, 2, 1.
Is that dusty bin?
Yeah. 3 parts rum.
3, 2, 1.
3 parts rum. 2 parts lime juice. 1 part stock syrup, which is a mixture of sugar and water boiled together. And then a little bit of nutmeg and some Angus bitters.
So I'm not doing it in a shaker this morning?
No, you can just pop it all in.
Pop it all in.
With lots of ice.
3.
Is this a classic or have you made it up?
It's classic.
Is it?
Yeah. But it tends to be made up on
Does
the show.
that look enough?
Yeah, that's perfect.
2.
Time I had a drink.
Yeah. Do you drink normally as a rule, Gabrielle?
Not as a rule, but you know, on a special occasion. Small sherry, maybe.
And one of this.
And 1 part stock syrup, yeah.
La 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 la. Looks a bit mean.
And loads of ice.
Excuse fingers.
Loads of ice.
Loads. Like more
A
than
little
that.
bit of nutmeg.
I have washed my hands, of course.
Touch of nutmeg and a drop of Angus bitters.
Okay, I'll do that. But it smells quite nice.
It does smell nice.
Good in that.
Very good for a cold.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Enough?
yeah. Go on, a little bit. Whoa, that was it.
Angostura bitter. Ooh,
There we go.
I seem
Mix
to be
that together.
spraying everywhere, other than in the drink. Bit of that, lemon,
No,
lime.
you've got lime juice in there anyway,
All
but
right.
have a taste of that. There we go.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Chink,
Ching ching.
Cheers.
chink. To look each other in the eye when you do cheers.
Why?
That's quite nice.
Otherwise, it's bad luck.
Is it?
7 years.
Yes.
Bad
7 years
sex.
bad
Well, I've been
luck.
doing that for
7 years
years.
bad sex.
Apparently, yeah.
Bad sex? Really?
There's no such thing, surely, is there?
Bad sex?
Yes. Okay, cheers.
Blimey.
It's as strong as your normal ones.
Oh,
Anyway,
I was
so
talking
leave
about
it to it.
anything now.
yes. Well, we just had another little one here. We'll leave you to it. We'll go
Okay,
and have a
I'm
chat.
going to crack on over here. So firstly, we're going to do this seafood nage, which I've got my selection of lovely seafood there. Now, classically, you can use whatever you want, really. Not whatever's left over. That's the secret with this. It's a classic dish, and you must use fresh fish. So we've got a little bit of squid, some mussels, salmon. Swordfish you wouldn't tend to put in, really, but we can pop in anyway. You want to use bits of cod, which is very expensive now, of course, but a little bit of haddock you can pop in there as well. Or monkfish, and we've got our lobster. Now, just to prepare our lobster, quite simply, we just remove the claws, like that. And this is a rustic dish, so we actually serve it with a shell on. But what you need to do is just crack the shell, so people can just break those off when you actually eat it in your lovely mixture. So we just crack this, like that, just to break the shell, and so it's easy to get into the meat. There we go.
That looks lovely and pink.
Nice. So then we get our lobster, and we cut this right through the tail, straight the way down, right through the top,
Hey, that sound.
like that, through the other side, like so, and then we can pop that onto our plate as well. So this is all going to go into our broth later on.
Which is swimming pool.
Yes,
Which is
into the nage.
Nage means, yeah,
Into my bath.
French for swimming pool. Yes. And then what we do is literally grab our squid. Now, like I was saying, with this. Now, squid normally, when you buy it, has the skin on, which is like a greyish colour. And it's a bit messy because you end up with squid ink and everything everywhere. Oh, right. But the way that you prepare this has been prepared beforehand.
Afraid you're talking to someone who's never bought squid in her life. You, Gabrielle?
No, never.
Okay, but if
I'm
you do
thinking
buy
I shan't, actually.
We are squid virgins.
Oh, well, people do. People do buy squid. Now, rolling pin, okay?
Yeah.
And this is where you actually get your squid. And basically, like I said, you could use a rolling pin or brush. And what you need to do is insert the top part of the squid. There we go.
What exactly are you doing?
In on itself.
Oh, turning it in on itself.
I'm turning it inside out to clean out, because squid's like a tube and you can't get your fingers in there to clean it all out, you see. But what you do is pop it onto a...
I'm afraid it's all looking at me.
rolling pin, courgette, or even a cucumber, or alternatively get a broom handle and place that on the top like that. You see?
Oh my goodness, I don't. You didn't tell me this was this sort of show. I thought it was cookery.
Right, and then you clean this out, you see. No, seriously, look. This is no laughing matter. Chef's got to do this every day. See? And then once you've cleaned it all out, then you can insert this.
So that is now an inside-out squid?
Yeah, and then you can stuff it the other way by removing it. There we go. And then you've got a cleaned piece of squid, you see.
Clean it.
To clean it.
To clean it, you see. You've got to turn it inside out.
Could you not just fill it up with water and then empty it out?
No, because
again?
you need to clean up these bits. Brush. These bits are stuck to the edge, you see.
I see.
You need to clean out those, all right?
I'm feeling a little bit queasy now.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to chop that all up and I'm going to saute that off. But just simply to prepare our fish further, we chop this up into chunks. So we get our salmon into pieces. Pop that on the side there.
Why are you leaving the skin on?
The skin on just to hold it together, really. And the swordfish is quite a muscly fish anyway, so it won't drop to bits
almost,
as much. Yeah. So we're going to chop that up as well. Make sure they're all evenly sized portions because we want them all to cook together at the same time.
Right.
And that's it, really. I'm going to start to prepare all this and then get our broth ready, and I'll give you a shout.
Thank you very much. What are you doing with the mussels, though? You haven't done anything with those?
I'm not going to put those on a broom handle. They're just simply to prepare those. You just peel off the beard. There's a little beard on there,
right,
which attaches itself to the.
That's all you do with me as well to prepare me.
Just remove that, cut that off, and then they're prepared. Simple as that.
Okay.
Just literally.
So we can have a chat now and have a little bit of a dicky rum punch.
I promise I won't do any more squid.
Thank you very much. Now, Gabrielle.
It's a tremendously exciting show, isn't it?
The last time I saw you, you were going off into the sunset with gorgeous...
Vinny.
Vinny. Yes. Where are you living now, you and Vinny?
Oh, no, we went off on a cruise ship.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We had a complete affair and everything all within the space of about 3 hours from beginning to end, and then went off on a cruise ship.
That's soap life for you.
That is soap life,
isn't it?
Well, as I said to him, you need barman on a cruise ship. Let's go.
And so did your sister, Natalie, who was running the pub. She's also going to leave, isn't she?
She's left. She's been and gone.
Oh, she's been and gone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, everybody's gone.
But she's not talking to you anymore, though?
No, she doesn't like me anymore, and she's expecting Vinny's baby. But Vinny doesn't know that.
Vinny's baby, is it? Of course, it's Coronation Street that we're talking about.
It's not my life.
But in your real life, do you like cooking?
I do like cooking,
yeah. You see, it's Coronation Street to cooking.
No, it's a smooth link. No, I do like cooking very much, largely because I rather like eating.
Yes, I like the eating part.
The eating bit I like a lot. I do like cooking. I can't make anything look nice. Do you know what I mean? Everything always looks a bit sloppy.
Yes. Well, James is very good at that, aren't you? Because obviously
making stuff look sloppy?
No, making stuff look nice.
Well,
just the little finishing touches.
Yeah, I think it's laziness, actually.
A garnish and things like that.
Yeah, a bit of a garnish.
Garnish. Simplify everything. That's the golden rule. As if you try too hard, food should look lovely on its own, but people tend to mess around with it too much, and then that's when it starts to go into mush and doesn't look very nice.
Too much sauces and things.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to, if people were doing that at home, the little nage, they would chop things up into fine pieces or puree it all up and overcook it. You just simplify everything. Simply cook it and it'll look lovely.
Yeah. Yes, I like, you see, he has a very cavalier attitude to it. He sort of chops it all up and, is very rough with it. Whereas I'm a little bit too mimsy. I think everything's
You follow recipes really properly.
Yes. Yeah, I have one of those little stands like that you put the...
Oh, have you?
Yeah. And then I follow
Have you got one with a little clear thing that makes you not get all your pages
That's
mucky?
right,
You
yeah.
haven't?
Yes, no, I have.
Oh, gosh.
Not that I ever really cook, I'm afraid I am the microwave queen.
I haven't got a microwave. I'm holding out against the microwave, but I think I'm being a bit of a Luddite, really, because that is useful, isn't it?
Well, of course, chefs would say that to say microwave is a swear word.
No, I've got
you?
one. No, I've got
There's
one.
no point.
No.
You know, I always have this vision that I'm going to make lots of homemade soups and things and put them in the freezer, but then you have to wait 2 days for them to defrost without a microwave, so it's pointless. And while you're waiting for them to defrost, you go out and get chips, don't
Yes.
you, really?
Don't do a lot in a microwave, just sort of melt butter and melt chocolate, really. But
I thought people would say, oh, you can do marvellous fish in a microwave and you can do marvellous vegetable. No, is that rubbish?
no. I mean, most restaurants have microwaves, but it's mainly the world's most expensive butter melter or a sort of melted chocolate.
Is that really what you use it
That's
for?
it. That's it, really. I mean, when I'm at home, I do sort of reheat a couple of bits and pieces in there, but you never cook in it. I wouldn't
I
normally
think
cook
they
in it.
look horrible as well, you see. Aesthetically, it's not right for my kitchen.
No.
Also, I had a fear that what it would mean is that I could eat a baked potato in something like 5 minutes, whereas if you have to put a baked potato in the oven, you have to consider it for some time before, and then maybe an hour later you think, no, that's really stupid because you'll be fat. but in 5 minutes you'd have eaten it all.
Join us after the break when we'll be having some fish that's been in the bath, or the nage, as James tells us. See you then.
Hi and welcome back. Now, before the break, I delighted the girls with preparing some squid. I delighted
Did you
myself with
indeed?
preparing some lobster.
Grilled us.
But firstly, what we're going to do is actually cook our fish that we've got in here. Now, I've prepared all the fish that we need to prepare. The mussels have just been debearded. But basically what we do now is just pop our fish into our liquor, which I've sweated off some onions and some garlic in there. And we've got a mixture of chicken and fish stock goes in there. If you put too much fish stock in there, it sounds ridiculous, but it does taste too fishy.
What is fish stock? I mean, do you
Fish
just buy
stock
fish
is
stock?
no.
Oh,
You can buy
bones
fish
and
stock. You can
boiled
buy
up,
it in the
isn't it?
little tubs now.
Right.
Don't use the one that are in the little stock cubes, but buy it in the tubs. You can get it fresh stock. Fresh stock, you can get it. But it's just a mixture of just fish, vegetables, placed in a pan, cooked for about 20 minutes, drained off, and it's the liquor that you get, the essence, and you need that to flavour our
Should you
broth.
boil it down quite a lot, stock?
You can do, but that's if you're going to make a sauce out of it. But
Right.
this is sort of a light,
This
very
is a
much
swimming
light.
pool bath.
Yeah, swimming pool bath thing. And then in here, I've got a griddle pan, which I'm basically just going to cook our squid, which we prepared and sliced into rings. So a little bit of salt. There we go. A little bit
Why
of pepper.
griddle pan as opposed to a frying pan?
Because a griddle pan, you just end up with a nice, even heat. With a frying pan, I wanted to sort of use these little char grills to actually griddle. I wanted to cook away from the fat. And if you use a frying pan, it's
Do you
sort
have a
of...
griddle pan?
I don't have a griddle pan.
It goes in the frying pan and you end up with sort of this rubbery sort of squid. You know, there's nothing worse than sort of overcooked squid. It goes really rubbery. But what you need to do is with this is you need to coat the squid in oil. Don't put the oil into there.
Right.
You never put the oil into the
Never
griddle
put,
pan.
never put the oil in a griddle pan. Because you just spent about 40 quid on an expensive frying pan. You oil with a griddle pan. You oil the product because that's why you buy a griddle pan because it keeps the fat away from the meat.
Right.
And you leave that to colour like that. So we've got our fish cooking away nicely into there. Then what we're going to do is add our vegetables. Now I'm just going to use leeks with this.
Yeah.
And what we do with our leeks, just baby leeks, we chop these up into big chunks like that,
Tell me something. Baby leek, spring onions.
and we throw
What's
the
the
whole lot in.
difference?
Whole lot
Baby
goes
leeks
in
won't
there.
be as strong as spring onions, so I'll answer because the cook can't be bothered answering you.
So we've got our
He gets tired of my inane questions, I feel.
we've got our baby leeks in there, our salmon, our swordfish. Then we can throw in our lobster like that to heat up. And then what we do is throw in our cream. So you can see it's just all whack it all in like that.
Double cream.
Double cream, some butter. That goes in there. And then we throw in these mussels.
You see, it was all looking quite slimming up until that point, up until the cream
Trust
and
me.
butter moment.
Salt and pepper, lid on, 3 minutes,
Yes.
3-4 minutes, and then we're going to finish that off with loads and loads of chopped herbs.
3
And,
minutes, that's all.
The lovely squid. That's all it takes. And just a little snack that you can do, one of these quickies that we normally do on the show, which is quite straightforward. You just get some Parmesan cheese. This is Parmesan Reggiano, which is the good Parmesan cheese. What you need to do is just grate some Parmesan cheese, pop it inside a little ring like that. Or you can just pop it straight onto a tray. I've just got a little bit of non-stick, like that. And we're going to bake that in the oven. And when you bake it in the oven about 180 degrees for about 3 to 4 minutes, then take it out and allow it to cool down, you end up with these lovely little Parmesan crisp
That's
biscuits.
fantastic.
We like that, don't we?
Yes.
Biscuits.
It's like big crisps.
Quite looking forward to those.
Yeah, and that's it really. These will be ready in a couple of minutes, and back over to you.
Thank you very much.
There you
So now, Gabby, you have a griddle pan. Is the rest of your kitchen well stocked?
Wellish. I like little things. I like things like my little thing to get the lemon. What do you get the skin of lemon off with? What do you call it? A lemon
Zester.
zester. Thank you. Of course you'd know. I don't have to consult the cook.
Someone just told me in my ear, actually. I had no idea.
No, yeah, I mean, I would like it to be more so. No, I find cooking really therapeutic. Really therapeutic.
So, but don't you find that the amount of time it takes to cook is kind of disproportionate to the amount of time it takes to eat?
I know, but I do find it quite soothing.
So what's your favourite thing
Radio
to
on,
cook?
Archers on, cooking.
Archers on.
Cooking. Maybe a little glass of wine, mainly for cooking purposes, but, you know, maybe
And
occasionally
does Simon,
to
your
sit.
partner, help you in the kitchen, or is that something that's not really his
Simon, my
area?
partner, no, will only cook if I'm not in the kitchen because I'm too bossy.
Oh, I see. See,
I get
what
up
we're
and
talking about on
stir
Food
and
for Lovers
hang.
is the fact that it's quite nice sometimes to cook together, but you're not a big fan of that.
No, we're not even great at eating together, really, because he eats so fast.
Or living together.
Or living... Do you know we don't get on? No, he eats
James,
really
what have you got in the
fast.
griddle pan? Sorry.
A little bit of squid, which is sealed in there, so you get that nice colour.
Oh, yes.
And we just pop in the limes like that. We're just going to cook that in some lime juice, a little bit of salt and pepper. Lovely broth is cooking away nicely there. It's just this mixture of all these different seafoods like that. And we just turn this liquor down now and just gently cook that. It only wants about another minute. Then I'm going to transfer it into our pot,
Right.
reduce our sauce down, season it up and pour that over the top with loads of fresh parsley.
Doesn't it, I mean, don't all those different fish take different times to
They
cook?
do. That's why I've added them in. Obviously, the mussels and the lobster's already cooked.
Yeah,
So the mussels are going to cook while the lobster reheats.
right.
And then the salmon and the swordfish cook at equal amounts of
About the
time,
same.
so that's been in longest.
And you also have to fry squid. You can't just boil the squid.
I wouldn't
in there
boil it
without-
because the trouble is it
It's too
goes very
tough.
rubbery. Yeah, so I just like cooking it
So
separate.
you
and then
cook it
put them-
separately and then add that at the last
I'm
minute
gonna
to
pop that
avoid
on
the
top at
rubbery
the end,
moment.
yeah. Simple as that.
The squid is rubbery.
So as it's cooking, you see, you can remove all your lovely fish and lobster into your bowl, and then we're going to reduce this sauce down, and this will give us a lovely cooking liquor, a lovely sauce to go with it. So our salmon's perfectly cooked, it's already in chunks. Our mussels are nicely cooked, and our vegetables cooked. It's easy as that.
Very quick.
Easy as that.
Would you serve it with something, or is that just...
You can just French bread or just eat it on its own. It's lovely.
What will you be serving it with today, James?
On its own. Just simply on its own.
We can
Sorry.
send out for an order of French bread. Like
Send out for some
fries.
French bread, yeah. But just nice and simple on its own, I just think's quite nice.
Oh, well, of course, we'll be having our little cheesy crispy
course you
thing.
Oh,
will.
cheesy, crispy thing.
You will.
Are we actually having that? Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to eat it. Should be ready in a couple of minutes.
So, what is your favourite thing to cook then? If you archers are on, you've got lots of time. What would you like? What would ideally be cooking?
Ideally. Oh, lummy, that's different. I like trying new recipes. I mean, I've got, you know...
Are you a fan of James Martin, or is it Delia for you?
I have got a lot of Delia in the house, but hasn't everybody?
James,
I'm sorry.
did you hear
no,
that?
I've
She
got
just
Delia
swore
Smith.
in your kitchen.
And
no,
I just
it's
got
not swore, no.
Sophie Grigson's new book for Christmas,
Sophie Greekson, yeah, it's good. though.
Mediterranean thing. Bit of Nigel Slater.
Yeah, that's appetite.
Obviously, there's a
isn't it?
huge hole in my library of the James Martin
Should be.
should be, and obviously will be. And then trying new things out. Cooking for people.
Yeah.
So I do get a bit tense about it. I'm not a person who just goes, oh, that's fine, I've got 10 people for dinner. I mean, I have to
Do you
probably
often
cry
have
at
10
some
people?
point.
Do you have 10 people for dinner often?
I did last week, yeah. I
Very
did last
good.
week.
And what did you cook?
Oh, I did some, smoked salmon-y things, but then I did venison sausages and red wines. I can't remember the pudding because I don't like puddings, so I never remember them. Oh, I made a jelly. It was very traumatic, yeah. I made a ginger and cranberry jelly.
Is that hard to do? Why is that traumatic?
Because my fridge didn't appear to be working, and so I had to phone my mother and my stepmother 3 times about what do I do when the jelly's not setting. It's not very advanced for somebody like James, I shouldn't think.
What do you do when the jelly doesn't set?
I put it outside on the terrace, actually. It was fine.
Throw
but you
it
could
away and
put...
start again, I
Oh,
think.
dear. No, you can't when you've been sieving for hours. Oranges and things.
Just to finish off this
Okay.
now, I've just reduced my liquor, and it gets thicker when you've got the double cream, the butter, and the stock in there. And then all we do to finish that off is throw in a little bit, about 2/3 of the parsley. I've seasoned that up, and then we can just pour this over the top of your lovely mixture, so it's rich.
It does look very nice, doesn't it?
Looks scrummy.
And then all we do then is just pop our parsley over the top like that. A little bit of olive oil,
What's that for then?
just to breaks up the creaminess of the sauce. And it's as simple and as easy as that.
Like Gabrielle says, what's that for then? We want to put
Sure
oil on
about
that
that?
for.
I don't think you
It's
should
an
be doing
absolute
that. Why are you putting that?
Doddle. So you just got
Thank
this
you.
lovely rustic mixture of all these seafoods, and you just help yourself. You duck in and
What's it
and
called
go
again,
on muscle.
please, James?
It's a nage of seafood.
A
Nice.
nage of seafood.
Nage.
Yeah.
And then our little biscuits,
Oh,
what they are, is if you just
Oh.
take these out and allow them to cool down, you end up
Mine
with
would
these
just
little
stick.
Yeah.
It would just stick. You just have horrible.
wafers, you see?
Ah, very
That's
good.
just Parmesan cheese.
Mm.
If you taste one of those,
Thank you.
they're fab.
It's quite a fattening show, this, isn't it, to be on?
It is quite a fattening show. Obviously, when I started, I was merely 6.5 stone. Isn't that right, James? We were both little slip of things, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
Oh, yummy.
like?
Oh, should I start saying things like yummy? I don't know what to come over me. I never say things like I've obviously gone food programme. I have
No,
to
I
say
rather
things
liked
like that.
lummy a moment ago.
Did I say lummy?
Lummy and yummy. Gabrielle's just come from 5 Go Mad in Dorset.
Yes, I have. I'm showing you. Beamed in.
Lashings of ginger beer. Are you coming to join us?
Yeah, you like that?
It's
We do like it
gorgeous.
very much.
My
Can't you tell
cocktail's
by
not
our...
going down as well as yours, but anyway.
What do you think of the Dicky rum punch?
Dicky Tum or whatever it is. It's not bad actually, it's a bit strong, isn't it? Do you think?
A lot of strong taste in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Is
have a
that
little taste
swordfish,
of this.
did you say? Is that one
Yeah.
swordfish? Mm. Oh, I think you'll like a Parmesan crisp.
You like this?
That's very nice.
Mm.
But that's just it. It's just Parmesan cheese. You can't do it with any other cheese, really. But you must use Parmesan Reggiano. That's
What's the difference? Quickly.
well, normally people have that sort of dried Parmesan powder stuff, and
Which
it's not
smells
the
like...
same.
Oh, she no.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Dried
smells like
Parmesan.
salt.
baby.
Proper Parmesan on the top. Pop it in the oven 3-4 minutes, 180 degrees. Allow it to cool down. You end up with these wonderful biscuits.
These are
Great
good.
for vegetarians as well.
Mm.
Well, Gabrielle, it's been lovely having you on. Will you come back and see us again?
When I finish this.
Yeah.
I
Join us
will.
again on Food for Lovers. Goodbye.